So yes, we're going to make a tiny video addressing PlayStation Virtual Reality 2 and their headset. Lies about it, truths about it, and generally my overall opinion and what I have had to do. I never really thought about VR until one night I was sitting enjoying myself about 6 o'clock in the morning on my own, as one does, as a single guy. And I was looking through and I decided, you know what, I've never gotten into virtual reality. I think I might give this shit a try. And I was looking at these cheap headsets that were like under $100 where you could just throw your mobile phone in and it would work. And then as I was looking through that, I seen that literally only 3 days beforehand, PlayStation had just released their Virtual Reality 2 headset. So I looked into that and looked at how exciting it potentially looked. So I just threw in an order straight away, knowing I'd be one of the first around to get my hands on one. So I did, got my hands on it. I had never played virtual reality before. It came in the door that in the morning, one morning, and I put it on. I was instantly put into another universe and could not believe it. I mean, I was in awe. I hadn't felt feelings like that since I had been a child. Since I had been a child seeing magic for the first time. It was magical. It really was magical. It was my first experience. Full 360, you're in the game. There's no way of explaining it to anyone that hasn't tried it by throwing them on which way am I turning? By showing them on the flat screen. You're not going to be able to see 3D or even how it can work. You just can't. Okay, but basically one thing about this headset was it looked fantastic. But it didn't work standalone. You had to have a PlayStation 5 to work this. You know? Also, the way you wore it was at a diagonal. As in, this goes across the crown of your head. And this goes, do you know the back of your head where it kind of turns into your neck? Underneath your skull, the bridge. That goes like that. So it's not flat. It's at an angle like that, you wear it. They had these padding on the back and on the front for your head that looked like it was spongy type of stuff or gel or something with the nice pleather type of covering. I took them off today or yesterday and looked at them. They were completely hollow. The front one had just plastic and a piece of sponge that covered like there. That's it. No comfort thought of whatsoever. Now the thing about this headset is it uses foveated rendering. Now anyone that doesn't know what this is, it scans your eyes. It's got a little scanner so it knows exactly where you are looking. Because of this, it's able to make where you are looking really, really high density, whilst cutting down the density, the frame rate and overall look where you're not looking. Meaning that the computer, or PlayStation in this case, need to use a lot less processing power. It's actually very clever. But the problem with this is with the lenses using this headset, there's a sweet spot. Now if you go a couple of millimeters lower or higher than your sweet spot, you lose that. You lose the sharpness. And it happened so easy with just a regular headset stock as it was. So basically, I updated it with a globular cluster, which on the front, you 3 different choices. They all come in the same box, by the way. You don't pick your choice when you're ordering. You just get all three. You can swap them all out. They're stuck on with Velcro. These are washable. This is really sponged. The PlayStation one looked like it was sponge, but it was actually hollow. This locks it into place in your head. The top also stops it from dipping down anyway. Nice and soft. Also, happen to wear headphones. That makes you hot and sweaty as well. PlayStation for your eye covering. This is what they gave you. You know. Keeps the light out and all, but it's not very comfortable. You push it against your face, you're meant to not feel it unless you push it in far enough to where a part of the headset is touching the bridge of your nose, which can be very painful. Not very painful, but very uncomfortable. So the second mod I did was that I got rid of their eye shield and I bought this new one here that looks more like the Oculus. You can push it against your face and it's very comfortable. There you can see it, the black shiny isn't the PlayStation, that's the mod. It slides over. You can see the matte plastic, it slides over. And on the top you notice there's air ventilation. You have the same underneath. Now, that little piece of whatever you call it did not have that. What can I say? Now when I put on this headset, it feels comfortable. It actually feels like the price. As at first you're looking at it going, but there's no... it needs a PlayStation 5. You can buy a Quest 3 for the same price and it works standalone, without a computer, without a wire. As a matter of fact, I want one. But you can get a Quest. If you want to get into... my best advice for you, if you want to get into virtual reality to test, is it for you? Do you like it? Right now, because Oculus Rift Quest have released their Model 3, they're selling the Quest 2 for €200. Now you will get a very good idea if whether you like VR or not from that. It looks good. Doesn't look flawless, tiny bit blurry, but it looks good. This looks better. Definitely looks better. But this costs $600. $550 even at the minute with the discount and stuff. But Oculus, you can go for $200. Now it doesn't come with that. You'll have to, if you want to get all these things, you'll have to upgrade them. They're made by Globular Clust. And they make other accessories as well for VR. Like here, you'll see VR Rock. What they are. They're protective lenses for your headset, obviously, because you don't want them to go. Anyway, video's gone on for long enough, guys. What can I say? Anyone that does own one of these, if you do not buy the mods that I just mentioned there, you are a fool. Simple.